Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Oh, one moment. And enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here for Drakewing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Homecoming, Torihiko's Path. So y'all, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. 14! Before we can celebrate, Shin's expression suddenly hardens. Torihiko, retreat on your next roll. Sotaro, you're with me. Hiroyuki? He turns to look at me, and I can't help but shiver. I've never heard this kind of tone in Shin's voice before. It's like someone from a superhero film has overtaken my friend's body. Stay back until we've softened it up. I want you to finish it off. I nod, giving a nervous gulp. Leave it to me. Shun stops wagging his tail and scribbles a few things onto his notebook. A few moments later, he looks back up at us. All right. Ryoto the Hunter has successfully freed Arashi from the jaws of the Mimic. It loses 25% of its total health. Shin looks at my notes briefly, then glances back up at Shun. Shin looks at his notes briefly, then glances back up at Shun. I will roll for a gutting slice. He swiftly picks up his dice and rolls it. 10. Shun nods, writing a few more notes before giving a satisfied hum. Mimic is now affected by the bleed status and will lose 20 points of health per turn. Sotaro's ears perk and he sits fully upright. I'll roll for infection. He clears his throat and catch my attention, before leaning close to whisper an explanation to me. Infection chooses one status ailment at random and doubles it. The Lion picks up his dice and eagerly rolls it. 15, yes! Shun smiles and nods, adjusting his notes to update the information. Bleed damage is increased to 40 points of health per turn. He turns to me, giving a happy chuckle. Okay, hero, it's your turn. I scoop up the dice before looking over at Shin. The cat just nods back expectantly. Just stay back for now. Looking back over at Shun, I hold up the dice. What do I need to roll to guard? The wolf looks at his notes, seeming to be doing calculations in his mind. After a few moments, he glances back in my direction. Anything higher than 5. Armed with this information, take a breath and roll the dice. Alright, a 9! Okay, the Mimic has lost its ambush grapple, so now everyone must roll for regular initiative. Everyone takes a turn rolling their dice. Shun rolls a higher number, managing to snag the Mimic a position right in the middle. Shun must have noticed my frustration at the Mimic getting a turn before me. He looks at me and gives me a reassuring smile. Don't worry, hero. It's bleeding pretty well right now. 40 damage per turn is a rather good setup. In my disappointment at my low roll, I completely forgot about the Mimic's status ailment. Its life is on a countdown timer. I roll for gutting slice again. One second now. Water time. Alright. Shin's voice breaks me out of my thoughts. The cat rolls his dice. What a disappointing roll. Before I can see what he rolled, he snatches up the dice. No point in stacking up any more elements. Just finish it off. Tatsuki picks up his dice and holds it. Got it! I'll make a triple roll for a volley shot. I watch as he rolls, excitement on his face. Alright, that first one hit for 30 damage. Damn it, that one missed. Yes, that makes 60 damage. Torihiko picks up his dice and looks over at Shin, remembering what the cat had ordered him to do earlier. I'm gonna retreat before I get my ass handed to me again. The tiger rolls his dice. Did I seriously fail a treat? Shun frowns, looking over at Tora, who gives a soft whimper. That isn't good at all. The Mimic uses Whirlwind Claws. The wolf picks up the dice and rolls. Everyone takes 20 points of damage. Sotaro gives yet another wince on Torihiko's behalf. You looked out. 10 more points and you'd be dead. Tora gives an annoyed groan, burying his face into his hands. Gee, thanks for the update. On the plus side, it just lost 40 points of health due to its bleed. Shun tries to cheer Tora up before glancing over at Sotaro, who is eagerly awaiting his turn. I'm gonna roll for Firebomb! He excitedly flings his dice forward, narrowly missing Tora's slumped head in the process. I got a 14! Shun continues to scribble more notes, nodding every few moments. That's enough to break past its magic defense. One more good strike ought to do it. Everyone at the table turns to me as I quietly scoop up the dice. It's just my luck that I be the last to roll here. If I miss, Tora's as good as dead the next turn. His eyes rest on mine, as if pleading for me to rescue him. Look at my character sheet one more time before settling on my next move. I'll roll for Cleave. I take an extra second to give the dice a good shake in my palm before releasing it. 12? Shun glances down at his notes before looking back up and giving me a warm smile. You've done it, hero! The Mimic is vanquished! Torihiko breathes a huge sigh of relief. Not today, Death. Not today. Tatsuki glances over at Shun, an excited smile on his face. That was a special monster, right? What kind of loot does it have? Shun glances down at his notebook, scratching the top of his head with a pen. Let's see here. The wolf flips through a few pages of his notebook before finally finding the one he wanted. With an index finger, he traces down a list of treasures he'd written down for the campaign. A wide grin comes to Shun's face as he finds what he was looking for. Well. Looks like someone finally obtained the Primal Flame Spellbook. He fixes his gaze squarely on me, his grin widening. Unfortunately, your class is incompatible with these spells. Oh. God. Disappointment rushes through me at this news. I was looking forward to earning some great loot, but as luck would have it, I got something I can't even use. Okay, now, water time. Oh, man. Don't worry, though, hero. It's still worth quite a bit of gold if you prefer to sell it later. Otherwise, you could always trade it to someone. I didn't realize I could do that. The question is, should I give it away or keep it for myself? Torihiko's class even fucking use it? Let me see. A warm smile crosses my face as I glance over at Torihiko. It wouldn't be right for me to have this, especially when Tora took such a beating. I think I'll let him have it. I can tell he's shocked by my generosity. His cheeks redden and he looks at me. Are you sure? I nod, my smile widening. Yeah, take it and get some nice gear for later. Torihiko smiles and ducks his head, running a hand over the back of his neck. I don't really think I deserve it, but if you think I do, I'll take it. I'll totally make it up to you guys later, though, when I buy a better sword. Shin gives a deep sigh before staring firmly at Torihiko. The next time Shun mentions that the treasure chest is bloodstained, just set it on fire. Tora gives an embarrassed frown and glances down at the floor. Yeah, I know. Nama writhes in agony. Oh, there we go. Nama writhes in agony as Buclear's dagger twists into her stomach. I curl my tail around myself as I wince, the gory description manifesting itself in my imagination. Ah, jeez. Shin chuckles softly, nodding over at Torihiko and Tatsuki. It's no worse than what she did to those two. They're dead, aren't they? Ah! Oof. I hear pitiful whimpers from the aforementioned, but Shun continues on. She lets loose one last angry howl before falling limp on the blade. Nama now lies with her brothers, lifeless before our brave heroes. However, the fight was not without its casualties. The wolf grinned smugly over at Tatsuki and Torihiko, the two flinched in embarrassment. Come on, don't rub it in! The game's rigged! Shun ignores them both, clearing his throat. Ryodo the Hunter and Arashi the Rogue fall in battle far below the Tower of Shadows, but this is not where their journey ends. Ew. There you go. I flinch as Shin gives me an expectant gaze. It takes me a moment to realize what he's trying to remind me. Oh, right. I glanced down at the list of loot I had written down as having been collected from the battle. A phoenix feather is listed after a handful of throwing knives and a decent health potion. Frowning, I tap my notebook with my pen. I have a single phoenix feather. We might need to leave someone behind. While Torihiko and Tatsuki give defeated sighs, Sotaro smiles over at me and shakes his head. Actually, I have one left too, meaning we can revive both, so it doesn't matter. Revive both of them, huh? Question is, who should I revive? Torihiko and Tatsuki both look at me, giving what I can only assume are puppy dog eyes. Wonder who I should revive. Duh, Torihiko. I grin over at Torihiko and give him a wink. Looks like you've fallen and can't get up, eh, Tora? An annoyed expression comes to his face, but it's overshadowed by the deep blush that is on his cheeks. Ah, come on, dude, don't make me feel worse. I shake my head and smile warmly at him. I still think you did great. I didn't even get a single kill. Although he looks away in embarrassment, I can tell that Tora is somewhat comforted by what I said. When you put it that way, I did do well, huh? A soft chuckle from Shin catches our attention. As we glance over at him, he gives a cheeky smile. Quite. You're easily the best meat shield in the party. Can you stop saying it like that? I chuckle softly to myself at Torihiko's outburst before turning to Shun. Hey, Shun, can you please write down that I used my phoenix feather on Irashi? Shun grunts in response as he licks the remaining cookie crumbs from his fingertips. Just a moment. As Shun scribbles down the details, Tora looks at me with a grateful smile. Seriously, thank you. I promise I'll make it up to you. I find myself blinking in response. Are these feathers really worth a response to it like that? Alright. Although the heroes fought through the catacombs with great haste, they were unfortunately too late. The bodies of hundreds of men, women, and children hang from the ceiling, drained of their very life force in order to feed the slumbering Amon. The party is unable to prevent the vile one's massive, fleshless serpent body from rising out of the gaping maw of its open casket. Its scream resembles that of 1,000 exploding stars, and it senses the mortals who have come to vanquish it. I tremble with anticipation as Shun reads from his notes. I'm actually quite excited to be here for the final battle. There is no warrior alive who would judge anyone from fleeing what could only be called the bringer of the apocalypse. To stay is to invite certain death, and the forfeit of your soul. How will you proceed? The wolf stares at us all, as if challenging our resolve. Let's kick his ass! There you go. Water's done. Yeah, let's put him right back in that coffin! Torihiko and Tatsuki glance at one another, giving a determined nod. Tora throws a fast slap in Tatsuki's massive hand, showing off the most energetic high five I think I've ever seen. Shin and Satoru nod at one another, turning to the rest of the group. What time is it? Oh, 10:04, okay. I'm inclined to agree with them. I have to see just how powerful a fallen cosmic deity can be. The experience points if we pull this off are going to be ridiculous. A wide smile shows on Shun's face as he stares around the table at us. The excitement he displays is contagious, and all of us are eager to win. You're all gonna fucking die. You're fighting your cosmic god. You're dead. Okay, everyone, roll for initiative. With a newfound focus, we all pick up our dice and roll in unison. I only roll a 4, but I'm fine with going last if I need to. Shun nods over at me before reaching for his dice and rolling on behalf of Amon. It's a perfect 20. Oh, God, perfect 20? With a perfect 20, Amon the Vile reacts before anyone sees him coming. One giant paw, stripped of flesh and dripping in gore, crashes into the stone floor. The stone splits, sending the party flying in different directions. The entire party takes 60 points of damage each. Although he frowns, a look of determination flashes in Shin's eyes. He picks up his dice and begins to shake it. I'll attack at a distance with shield toss. He rolls the dice, squinting as if to use telekinesis on it. Ugh! A 7. Alright, I'll pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silvermoon. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you to our gold tier patron, Almer. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to our ultimate tier anyway. If y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!